Hey y'all, James again. I'm here to do my week 7 demonstration speech. I'll be doing this demonstration speech on how to do a basic electrical cord repair. You ever wish you could just repair the electrical cord on one of your appliances instead of paying an electrician hundreds of dollars to do it, or doing that when having to buy a new appliance? Well, I'm going to show you how to do a basic electrical cord repair. In order to do this, I'll first qualify myself, tell you a little bit about myself and my history, and a few of the basic required tools to do the job. And then we'll actually do the splice, using a couple different methods. Let's go ahead and start with my history. 20 years in the military. Of that 20 years, all been as an aircraft mechanic. As an aircraft mechanic, I do a little bit of everything on aircraft, anywhere from changing tires, servicing aircraft with fuel, to, you guessed it, doing electrical wire repairs. Now, I've actually had 4 years of training as an aircraft battle damage repair assessor and technician. You go to austere locations to recover aircraft under fire or whatever happens to be out there. Now, this is actually formal training. It's recurring every year to recertify. Now, some of the basic tools you will need, I've laid out here in front of me, so I'm just going to pan this down, and you will see them. What you have a screwdriver, well, you may need to get access to it. You have your wire strippers. You have your needle nose pliers, also with wire cutters on them. And then to actually do a splice, you have different methods. You have electrical tape and wire nuts. What I've done, I went ahead and split this cord already into a couple different pieces. What you have is 2 separate pieces. These are the pieces we're going to join together. So, what we start with is this. You take your wire strippers, like so, determine the gauge, how thick the wire is, and then you just push it in and pull it off, like that. Discard it with the trash. Then, what you want to do, once you have about ½ inch of the wire exposed, you want to twist all the strands together. If possible, sometimes the strands are a little bit thicker, they're hard to do, until you have one single strand, like so. Now, what we're going to do is take these, made them up together like this, and then what we can do is just twist them together again to form one single strand. Like that. Sometimes it has little sharp prongs on the end, so be careful. Do the other one the same way. And now, this would actually conduct electricity. Now, as it stands, this is not safe. This is where the splices come in. Wire nuts, very simple aspect of the job. If you look inside, it has threaded portion of it. All you do is slip this over the end like that till it bottoms out, and then just twist it on. So there's one. Give a little bit of a tug check, make sure it's on there securely. Take your second one, again, internal threads, and what we're going to do is just twist this on again. Once it's secured, you'll feel it get tight. A little bit of a tug check, and voila, there is your repair using wire nuts. Now, to do the repair using black tape, electrical tape. Get these backed off here. Come back to the basic start of it. We'll go ahead and put these back together to make the single strand. There. That's where it was before the wire nuts. Now, the electrical tape. To do this safely, you want to separate these just slightly. That way you don't create an electrical hot spot. So, take your electrical tape. Take off about between 4 and 6 inches. What you want to do is just wrap it around it. This is going to create an insulating barrier to prevent a possible shock hazard. That way you can safely handle the cord without worrying about getting electrocuted. So we'll do the same on both sides. That way we know we're covered. Give just a couple of wraps here. And this is where you want to separate them to, again, make sure you don't have a hot spot in your cord. Then you just want to secure them down on one side. We'll get off another piece of electrical tape to the opposite side. Again, just make sure we're staying safe, because safety is the key with dealing with electricity. Careful where you put your hands. Keep yourself insulated. I'm actually wearing rubber-soled shoes in the off chance that there's still a residual charge in this cord, which I hope there isn't, because it hasn't been charged in a couple of years. So once you have these safely secured like that, we're just going to do one final wrap. This is more to hold it together and add that extra insulating barrier. So what we have here is your basic electrical cord repair. Now this will last indefinitely, either using the electrical tape method or the wire nuts. It will last as long as you need it, essentially. Now, so let's go over what we did. I told you a little bit about myself, how I've had years of formal training, which makes me able to do these kind of repairs. I've been an aircraft mechanic for over 20 years. So yes, I've done a few splice jobs. Now, in order to do the repair, I'll walk you through some of the basic tools you'll need to do this repair, from the wire strippers to the black tape, electrical tape, wire nuts, and the needle nose pliers. Now, I actually went into a little bit of safety aspect, which I didn't expect to, but it worked out well, because that is one of the most important parts of electrical work. Then I want to walk you through how to actually do the splices, both with electrical tape and wire nuts. Now that you have $100 or so to spend somewhere else, well, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, isn't it? Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.